What's that? You like playing new games too? In that case, let's check out some new App Store games from February to April 2024 and smile while we do it. Up first is Hades. Hades is a rogue-like dungeon crawler in which you defy the god of the dead as you hack and slash your way out of the underworld of Greek myth. For the most part, it delivers exactly the same experience as the original game, with high resolution and 60 FPS support all the way back to the iPhone 8, and full controller support with rumble vibration. Although it's all locked behind a Netflix subscription, which might be off-putting to some. I also find the game doesn't take up the full screen real estate of iPhone and iPad displays, so there are black bars on the side. This is a really, really good game and a massive win for mobile gaming in general. Anyway, as I said, Hades is only available to Netflix subscribers on the App Store. See a list of supported devices on screen now. SaGa Emerald Beyond aims to bring together the very best elements of the beloved series to offer each player their own unique gameplay experience. Players will make use of glimmers and combos in battle, meet a diverse cast of races, including monsters, mechs, and vampires, and experience your very own story, created through your choices and actions. Isn't that just sweet? On mobile, the game has 2 rendering quality modes: graphics with improved settings, and performance with lower settings. Both target 30 FPS. The App Store port is okay, but I hope in the future performance mode offers a higher FPS. Like, come on. Anyway, SaGa Emerald Beyond costs $49.99 USD. It's very expensive, but it's the same price as the PC and console version, so it's up to you if you want to buy it or not. It is only available on iPhone and iPad. Please see a list of recommended iPhone and iPads on screen now. Now it's time for this video's sponsor. This video is once again sponsored by Dadish. They want you guys to check out their new premium iOS game, Loop Hero. Dadish are really a mobile developer god, porting so many amazing premium games to the App Store, such as Potion Permit, Little Nightmares, Dead Cell, Streets of Rage 4, Northgard, and more. Loop Hero is a mashup of roguelike, deck building, and idler genres. It is set in a timeless world where its people have been plunged into chaos. Choose your hero and set them out on the loop. Use your deck of mystical cards to place new enemies, terrain, buildings, and rewards in the path of your hero character. While seemingly simple at first, there's some nuanced strategy at play to select the optimal location and type of card to use. You'll unlock new classes, better gear, and more heroes as you play. Eventually, you'll have a chance to take on challenging bosses and guardians in your attempt to break the timeless cycle of the world. Check out this title for a relaxing but engaging fantasy experience now on iPhone and iPad. The mobile port is pretty good with full controller support. Mouse and keyboard support doesn't need that, but it's here, and it runs at 60 FPS. Personally, I really like playing this game the best with my handy fingers on my iPad. It just feels really nice. My only gripe with this game is that some of the UI and gameplay elements get obstructed by the home bar. This really needs to be looked at, as I kept almost accidentally swiping out of the game. Loop Hero offers a free demo, with a separate in-app purchase to buy the full game for $6.99 USD. It is also on sale during its launch week, so check it out while it's on sale. Ooh. It is available on iPhone and iPad. Thanks again to Dadish for sponsoring this channel. I really appreciate it. You guys are so nice to me. Warzone Mobile aims to provide similar gameplay to the PC and console version of Warzone, but with mobile-specific alterations. Touchscreen controls fine-tuned for your thumbs, check. Controller support for gameplay only, check I guess. A 10-minute mobile royale mode, check. 120 players in battle royale, check. The return of the Verdansk map, if that's how you say the map's name, check. And there's some other stuff in there too, I guess, check. I don't know why I'm saying check. I really like the gameplay of Warzone Mobile, however, the lower quality graphics are noticeable, even with the peak visual quality on new devices. It also has mixed performance, getting lower than 60 FPS on most devices, even with all the updates recently. I asked Activision what Metal API this game supports, and they told me it's not Metal 3, so maybe implementing Metal 3 or Metal effects could help with some of these issues. Anyway, Warzone Mobile is available on iPhone and iPad. Please see a list of recommended devices to play the game on. Originally released for iPhone and iPad back in December 2023, Handy Games have finally brought Cosmic Shake to Apple TV. Yippee! The Apple TV 4K version supports 4K resolution. I played the game on the newest Apple TV and it runs at a locked 60 FPS and looks great. Just note, the game is limited to high settings on Apple TV. Handy told me this limitation is due to low RAM, which is a problem for the TVs. The shadows in particular would lead to constant crashes with low RAM, which is why the settings are limited to ensure the stability of the gameplay. Anyway, it's great to see another big game on Apple TV, and thanks to Handy for once again supporting this platform. SpongeBob the Cosmic Shake costs $6.99 USD. It is best played on an Apple TV 4K 2nd gen or later. Slice and Dice is a new tactical dice rolling roguelike combat game. Take control of 5 heroes, each with their own unique dice. Fight your way through 20 levels of monsters and try to take on the final boss. Ooh. If you lose a single fight, you have to start over. So it's all about being careful and also being lucky. I really like how you can play the game in both portrait and landscape mode. A small thing, but a cool thing. I actually prefer playing in portrait mode as you get separate views for dice animations at the top and combat at the bottom of the display. It also supports 120 FPS on iPad Pros, which is cool. If you play Slay the Spire, Monster Train, Balatro, or any other roguelike, I highly recommend this one. Slice and Dice offers a free demo with an in-app purchase of $8.99 USD to unlock the full game. It is available on iPhone, iPad, and Apple Silicon Macs as the iPad version. Originally released on Steam for Mac in October 2023, in March 2024, Feral Interactive brought their turn-based strategy real-time tactics game Total War PHARAOH to the Mac App Store. If you want to get this version, please keep in mind the multiplayer mode is only available between macOS players on Steam. Feral told me, as for the Mac App Store version, only the single-player mode is available at this time. Regardless, the Mac port of this game is excellent. Metal 3 support, AMD FSR 1.0, and it runs natively on Apple Silicon machines. It also comes with a benchmark mode that will help you to find the best performance on your Mac. It's worth noting I don't play these games. I don't really know what's going on. But I've seen people online saying things like, this game is basically Total War Troy set in Egypt with workforce added. The game is a little pricey for what you get. Total War PHARAOH costs $39.99 USD. It is only supported on Apple Silicon Macs. Flying Tank is a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up game. The art style reminds me of the game Redcon, but this is a completely different experience. Slay giant bosses, drop bombs from above, and build an arsenal of fun, powerful weapons. There are 24 missions, 3 factions and adversaries, 6 main bosses, and 18 plus boss fights. You can customize your tank with weapons and bombs. There are heaps of cool upgrades and more. It's quite difficult right off the bat, but there is an easy mode if you're a noob like me. The touch controls are wonderful, but there is also full controller support too if you want to go that way. Anyway, Flying Tank offers a free demo, with a separate in-app purchase to buy the full game for $5.99 USD. There is a deluxe version if you want some additional content too. It is available on iPhone and iPad. Afterimage is a hand-drawn 2D action-adventure that emphasizes fast-paced combat with diversified character builds, non-linear levels, and a gripping story set in the ruins of a fantasy world. I almost missed this game until a lovely person on my Discord server posted a link to it. Thanks, buddy. It's pretty good for the price, with polished combat, decent mechanics, and the art style is pretty. It's so lovely. It makes me smile and feel good inside. The consensus with this game though is that the map is just way too big, and it would be more engaging if it was more condensed. I haven't played enough to agree with this statement, but I thought I'd mention it. The touch controls are not too overwhelming, but I would suggest playing the game with a controller, as objectively these games just work better with one. Afterimage costs $5.99 USD. It is available on iPhone, iPad, and Apple Silicon Macs as the iPad version. Yes, I know, this free gacha game has been out for ages, but MiHoYo have just brought Honkai Impact 3rd to the Mac App Store. While you will download the iPad version on the App Store, don't be fooled. This game has been heavily altered for new Macs. It has full screen resolution on Mac devices and external monitors, supports refresh rates up to 120 Hz, has full keyboard and mouse support, controller support with rumble vibration, and metal effects. The game absolutely flies on modern Macs. For example, both my 13-inch MacBook Pro with M1 and my 15-inch MacBook Air with M2 plays it at 4K max settings and a locked 60 FPS, or 1440p max settings and 120 FPS. But then again, it's not nearly as demanding as you might think, or what some other people might say. Here's hoping that the developer brings their other games to Mac as well, like, I don't know, Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail. Yeah, I don't really like these games, but some people really like them. Anyway, if you want to play the game on your Mac, it's only supported on Apple Silicon machines. Wildfrost is a challenging tactical rogue-like deck builder. There are over 160 cards to unlock here. Daily runs, challenges, events, customization options, elemental items, powerful charms to equip, a dynamic counter system, card companions, and different leaders to choose from. Don't forget though, to expand and develop the hub town between runs as well. The mobile version of Wildfrost includes an all-new tutorial and difficulty scaling storm bell system. This is ideal for those of you who find the game challenging. The UI has also been altered for mobile. In my opinion, some of the text though is quite hard to read. The game also has controller support, but it's definitely easier just to play with your fingers. Wildfrost offers a free demo with a separate in-app purchase to buy the full game for $6.99 USD. It is available on iPhone, iPad, and Apple Silicon Macs as the iPad version. New for this platforming series, Dadish is now in full 3D, hence the name of the game, Dadish 3D. While I enjoyed the original games in the series, I honestly feel this title works the best in 3D, and it was a great move by Thomas to go in this direction. The goal of Dadish 3D is still very similar to the older games. You play as a dad and a radish, his kids go missing, and you need to find them across 50 or so really good levels. They just get better and better and better. It's really fun. One thing though is that I'm not a huge fan of the game having ads. For me, the ads completely take you out of the awesome platforming fun experience here. The Steam and Switch versions are paid, but this one is free with ads. Yes, you can pay to remove them and you could turn your device offline, but personally, just for me, I would have preferred if it was a premium title, maybe with a free trial. You get, maybe 10 or so levels for free. That's just my thoughts. Anyway, Dadish 3D is available on iPhone and iPad. Suika Game has officially released on the App Store. This is a great, casual, premium game. How does it work though? Well, it works by players combining two small fruits to make a bigger one and work towards making a watermelon. This isn't easy, as you must be careful that the fruits do not overflow from the box as you keep scoring points and aim to get a high score. Not much else really needs to be said. Suika Game costs $2.99 USD. It is available on iPhone and iPad. Howl is a turn-based tactical folktale set in medieval times. A sinister, howling plague has ravaged the land, turning all who hear it into feral beasts. You play as a deaf heroine and can plan up to 6 steps in advance to outmaneuver your opponents. Various types of fiends are lurking in the shadows, each of them possessing different abilities and their own levels of vitality. You also have an array of abilities at your disposal that you will acquire as you slay more wolves, upgrade your skills, and unlock more action slots and undo round points. Howl offers a free demo with a separate in-app purchase to buy the full game for $3.99 USD. It is available on iPhone, iPad, and Apple Silicon Macs as the iPad version. Created by the same development team behind the original Puyo console game, Puyo Puyo Puzzle Pop is the newest title in the classic and widely loved Japanese matching puzzle game franchise. It features an original story, 24 playable characters from across the Puyo Puyo series, and real-time multiplayer battles with up to 4 players. The touch controls are not very good, so a controller is strongly recommended for this one, people. This is probably one of the best Apple Arcade games so far in 2024. Yeah, it's a must play on the service. And if you're a fan of Puyo, it's definitely a reason to subscribe to Arcade. Anyway, as I said, Puyo Puzzle Pop is only available to Apple Arcade subscribers on the App Store. It is available on iPhone, iPad, Apple TV, and Mac. While Delta Emulator isn't necessarily a single game, nor is it new, recently Apple allowed the game on the App Store without sideloading it. Delta is an all-in-one emulator for iOS. It allows you to emulate game systems such as NES, SNES, N64, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS, and more to come. Games can support a higher FPS, controllers, save states, cheats, Delta Sync, and much more. It's all really well made, and it's very easy to set up if you're used to working with these sorts of things. I won't be recommending to you places to download ROMs, as I don't want this channel to get in trouble, but a quick Google search is your friend. In many ways, it's a whole new way of gaming on iPhone and iPad, and I don't think you want to miss out. What do you think of these new App Store games from February to April 2024? Are you impressed or disappointed? Let me know in the comments. Sorry I've been away for a while, I got lost in a maze and I could not get out. Despite that, here is hoping this video has got you up to date with the best releases from the past few weeks. The next few months should be pretty good as we lead up to WWDC, so expect some new games, hopefully. Anyway, my name's Stewie and thanks for watching.